Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. As you can hear me, I got the flu. So I'm sorry for my voice, it's gonna be very bad. And on top of that, I don't have my light here in Berlin. I'm currently living here now in Berlin. I don't have all the equipment, so I'm very sorry for the light or the quality if it's not as good as expected. So before we start in this video, because this video is gonna be a bit different, it's not gonna be about fitness exercises, but it's gonna be something very personal for me. I'm not going through a best time of my life, let's put it that way. It's a very challenging and full of question marks time of my life, and I would like to share with you guys. Yeah, so before we start this YouTube video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and give the little thumbs up to support me. And yeah, so let's start it. So I had to redo the video because the light was not good enough, and I was waiting this morning, which is almost 11 o'clock, to have the sunlight so I could do the video again. So like I mentioned in yesterday, actually it was even harder for me to publish this video because I literally cried when I was creating the video. But for me it's it is an emotional and very personal video because I will talk about a new chapter of my life, and I'm gonna stop it for a second because I cannot do this video, because I will talk about my emotion and the things that went in my life. And of course, you know, when you're watching it on Instagram, that's the part of people that you cannot truly see, because it's just, you know, the best part of you but not really the real you and all the things you're going through in your life. So in this video I really want to be sincere and honest about what I'm going through and share with you guys my experience of my rough time. My 2020 didn't start as I wished. So to start back to this video, so I moved to Stuttgart 3 years ago for love. Yes, I did. That was my first time I did actually a big step for love. So I moved to Stuttgart for this guy, and we've been together for 2.5 years, almost 3. So I got there, and then after 2.5 years being together, we broke up, and it was just a really bad breakup. There wasn't even a closure somehow. So it was all the thing, girls, that you don't want to have in a relationship or ending a relationship. That's exactly what happened. So after that, processed that, I was in the meantime working for a 9-to-5 work in a software company. I met beautiful people, colleagues that they become friends with the time, and if they can see this video, I hope they can see it, and I'll love to tell them I love them so much. And so it was very nice. I really appreciate to be surrounded by these beautiful people, but something was missing, and the thing that was missing in my 29 years of life is to follow my passion. My passion is something that I still have to define it, but I know it's something related with the fitness industry. So I would like to work for something that has to do with my fitness journey. Could be marketing, could be coaching. I am not sure. I'm pretty much lost, especially now. I am pretty much lost. So the point is, it was a time for me to change and move on from there, and, you know, start something brand new for me, and it was the right time to do it. I am about to turn this year 30 years old, and if I don't follow my passion right now, ooh, I'm losing my voice. Sorry.
Few moments later.
If I don't follow my passion right now, I'm not sure if I would do it in 10 years. Maybe I would, but maybe I won't. I don't know. So anyway, so it was time for me to move on, basically. So once I got here, I found online this job for a fitness supplement company, and I was like, oh my god, I know this fitness supplement company. We start with an F and a G, but I'm not saying who is it, but if you know, then good for you. I will maybe tell the name, I will maybe reveal the name in the future. Not sure if I want to do it yet, but maybe at some point I will reveal and give also more detail about what I think about the company. Yeah, you. The position was community manager for this company, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I felt in the profile, like, even if I never did this job before, I knew I was the right one. Like, I sent the material, I had to pass several interviews, and after 2 months they contacted me. They said, yes girl, you can pick your stuff and go to Berlin. And I was like, oh, what? I mean, to be honest, I was not sure about Berlin because Berlin never really appealed me somehow, but for this job I would have been go in the middle of the of nowhere, like in the hood. Like in the hood, and just being like, "Ooh, I'm working with you guys," or whatever. So I was ready for everything. Came here, I left a job that was an indeterminate contract, my comfort zone, my friends, you know, my house, everything. I just dropped everything and I came here. I came here and the job started shortly after New Year. So my job started a couple of weeks after New Year, like 2 days afterward. So I came to the office, there was pretty much nobody, maybe a couple of people here and there, but they were all on vacation. So the real actual day that it started was the 6th of Jan, which also my manager came in, and he was so looking forward to meet me and, you know, and me starting to work. At the same time, that day was a big day for the company because they had a big product launch. So they were like, oh my god, everybody was like super stressed. They wanted, you know, to reach their targets. So it was a big deal. He introduced himself. We did like a 30 minutes like round about, you know, the tools that they're using, what he's doing on a daily basis. That's it. And then he took the camera and said, okay, now introduce yourself for the Instagrammers. And I'm like, huh? Oh my god, I was not prepared. I was like, really, right now? I was like, okay, but like he was like really like, come on, let's do it. And then after 1 hour I said, okay, today we're gonna have a live about this product. And I was like, excuse you? Like live? And you know, he just put me, I mean, he just threw me in the water, and he was a little bit on my side, but it was not really training me. So after, I mean, he felt that I was very feeling comfortable, and you know, I didn't feel like I was free into my creativity, nor, you know, the idea was very like blocked somehow. That person didn't make me feel comfortable at all since the moment he arrived. Like he just, like, even I remember like days before I started to work, he just said, prepare yourself for Monday because it's gonna be rough. Like, who says that the first day you're starting to work to somebody that your day's gonna be rough? When you didn't even start it yet? Like, you know, the first day of everybody is gonna be stressful regardless. Like, why are you even doing this? Anyway, so that happened, and then he said, okay, so he had a one-to-one to me, and he was telling me how slow I was, and then he's here for me because he wanted me to see me successful. But to be honest, he was always like having this little attitude, you know, like also when I think one of her coworkers asked her like, oh, how is it going? And he was like kind of rolling the eyes.
A few inches later.
So the week after, I have a special meeting one-to-one, and that happened that it was the HR that came and the hire manager and him. And you know, like the room was divided in 2 departments, so you have like people, like I don't know, maybe around 50 people here, 50 people there, and then they were all like staring at me because they see those people coming toward me, and they were like, oh, that's not gonna be bueno for her, that's gonna be bad. And I saw them coming, I was like, ooh, it's gonna actually be very bad. So it was actually humiliating, you know, when you have the hallway thing, and I was doing the shame mode, like shame, this girl's gonna, anyway. So I got there, we went to the HR room, the HR was sitting in there, which the HR really didn't help, to be honest. She was just sitting and just being surprised as I was surprised. So the little manager started to talk to me, the one that he was training me the past week, and he was telling that he doesn't think basically that I was the right fit, let's say that way. They were expecting something different. So I was pretty much surprised, but the moment of surprise and turned to be a crush, because you know, like it was my dream to do this kind of job, and especially for a company that I truly believed and loved as my personal experience. So when that happened, I felt like I was at the top of the mountain, and somebody once, I didn't even took my, you know, my first breath to like, you know, relax, you already be like, oh, you're already there. Like my everything just in this 5 minutes, he destroyed it. That's how the impact was for me, and I felt terrible. I felt like, oh my god. And but before even feeling terrible, I felt like, dude, like I'm in Berlin, a place that I don't have any friends. I'm still in a place that is not my place yet, And when I was in shock, and I remember I went and burst to cry outside because it was so humiliating. Everybody kind of knew also, and you know, nobody actually wanted to come to tell me like, are you okay? And I didn't want to cry in front of everybody, but it was just a hard pill to swallow, honestly, guys. So when that happened, the past 1.5 months, I felt like a wrecking ball. Like, I felt like my life didn't have any purpose anymore. I was going to the gym with no purpose. I was sitting in there just watching the ceiling, come home watching the ceiling, going out, no mood to go out. Anyway, I don't have friends in here, so I was like, well, I'm going out if, and it's cold in here, I don't want to go out. It was just terrible. When I even thought to, you know, look for a new job, and I was like, I'm not gonna make it. Like, I don't think I'm good enough. This is how bad this person, you know, made me doubt about myself. And I felt very terrible. Like, once you doubt about yourself and you don't find any purpose, is like the bottom. Like, you cannot go lower than that, because you lose all your, you know, motivation in your daily basis then. And once you touch the ground like that, you need to start to get up and really destroy you. Yeah. So I was, you know, it's not easy. It's not easy. And so I started back to my ex-job in Stuttgart, 9 to 5 again. And now, but you know, even if I'm doing that, still have the income coming, which I'm very happy about this, but necessarily that doesn't make me feel very happy yet. But I know, and those people, they didn't even took in consideration that, you know, you move a person to another place knowing all the details. There was no filter on my side, and after 1 week you just playing about with somebody's life and just be like, hey, you know what, you're not good enough, bye. You know, like, who even does that? Like, come on. You know, like, if you don't want to train somebody since they want to say, you know, we're not looking for, they didn't appreciate me, too bad, somebody else will, or maybe I will do something by myself. But don't let yourself drag down so much for one single company. There are so many companies in this life, and maybe if you see them like in the top of the mountain, like they were the best thing ever in your life, that doesn't mean necessarily they were. Clearly they weren't. I mean, that's my personal experience. I actually wonder if somebody will watch it. One of them will watch it. If they will, then sorry. Not all the people in there were bad, but I don't think the company represents what they actually are. Let's put it that way. Maybe they will say I'm hating, but I don't think I'm hating. I'm just saying, I'm stating my facts and experience. But the point of the story is that, you know, sometimes in life people will crush you. You're gonna find people will hurt you, betray you, or people will bring you down for some reason. It can be love related, work related, friendship related, family related, whatever it is. And it will bring you so much down that you will forget, you know, what is your purpose, what is your goals. And at this point you see everything foggy and how to get up. So the point is not the success that will make you a successful person, but it's the way you're gonna get up and react about it that will make the difference. And I think I'm into this position that right now I'm learning how to get up and try to stand on my feet and be like, you know what, it was a failure, it's okay, we all fall, but that doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Like, in that moment when you see it's the end of the world, just remind yourself that it's just this of your life, and you still have a long way to go. And it's okay always just to make you feel that, you know, nobody's perfect. And if you're tired to see everything having a perfect life, then hey, I am one of them that I'm not, definitely not. And you know, I hope that will give you a little glimpse of a little smile on your face if you're having a hard time, and it's gonna make you feel better. And we're all going through some rough and challenging moment in your life, and it just, the way we're gonna react through this, that's gonna make the difference in our, you know, happiness. So thank you so much again for watching it. I know it was a very long video, and I'm sorry for this, but that it needed something. Just feel free to just pop it into the comment section as well. It's always good to see people reacting, and I'll thank you for watching this again, and I send you all my love and wish that video make you feel better if you're feeling not okay. Bye. Thank you for watching.